magnificent. Max? Hello, I am Max the Magnificent.
Shalom, Yeladim! Welcome to another Shabbat to the Max. I'm really excited today because we're only a few days away from the 50th day in counting the Omer. And when we get to day 50, it will be the wonderful holiday called Shavuot. We have so many biblical holidays that we get to celebrate. Which one is your favorite? I am so glad we have so many ways of celebrating God's faithfulness throughout the year.
And in this corner, the amazing luchador, Max the Magnificent.
My goodness, Max, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm okay. Hi, Miss Dara.
Hi, Max.
I'm practicing to be a famous luchador, but I have a little problem. My mask doesn't fit and I can't see.
Well, I don't want to crush your dreams of being a famous luchador or anything, but if you can't see, you might have a hard time facing your opponent.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not that that's the least of your problems.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, but if I don't wear the mask, how can I be Max the Magnificent?
Well, I see your problem. But you know what? I was just getting ready to tell the Yeladim today's Bible story, and it's about a mighty warrior who had a similar problem to you. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
Okay. But can we take the mask off?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
It's really stuffy in here.
Okay. Well, let's get
Hold
to
on.
the story.
I gotta. Thanks. Had to breathe.
Okay, here we go. Yeladim, today's Bible story comes from a book in the Bible called 2 Samuel, chapter 17. And it's about someone you probably have heard of a lot and know pretty well, a young shepherd boy named David.
Oh, I know David. You mean King David?
I do, but in our story this week, David wasn't king yet. He was just a young shepherd boy, the youngest son of a man named Jesse.
Oh.
He spent his days in the fields keeping watch over his family's sheep. He would play his harp and sing songs about how good God was as he kept the flock safe.
A fun fact is that David wrote many of the songs that we still sing today, called Psalms.
A psalm is a song in the Bible that tells us about God and how we relate to Him.
David wrote 73 of the Psalms in the Bible.
That is a fun fact.
Now, when David was a young shepherd boy, a mighty nation came to try to defeat Israel in battle. They were called the Plishtim, or the Philistines. They threatened to invade Israel, but rather than fight Israel's army, they chose their mightiest warrior, whose name was Goliath. The Philistines were tall and mighty men, but Goliath was the tallest and the mightiest of all. He was about 9 feet tall, and he carried a spear that was bigger than any of the men in Israel's army. Day after day, Goliath would stand before Israel's army and challenge them. "Come out and fight me," Goliath would say. "If any one of your soldiers defeats me, the Philistines will become your slaves. But if I defeat you, Israel and its land will belong to the Philistines." One day, David came to visit his brothers, who were soldiers in Israel's army. But as he was looking for his brothers, David heard the threats from Goliath. David couldn't believe that no one in the whole Israeli army would stand up and fight against Goliath. So David went to King Saul. Now, King Saul was no shrimp. In fact...
That's not kosher.
Nope, that's not. The Bible says that King Saul was tall and handsome, but even King Saul was too afraid to stand up against Goliath. But David was brave, and his faith was bigger than Goliath. So David said to King Saul, Don't let anyone lose heart. I, your servant, will go and fight this Philistine." Saul's faith was small, and he said to David, "You can't fight this Philistine. You're just a boy."
Saul didn't have faith.
No, not very big faith. But David, who had killed lions and bears when he was defending his sheep in the fields, David knew that God would not let Israel be defeated. So King Saul insisted if David was going to fight Goliath, he had to wear his own king's armor. Now this was the best and strongest armor in all Israel, but it was made for a tall man and was way too big for David. If David had fought in Saul's armor, he would have been beaten. David said, "I can't walk in these. I'm not used to them."
It's like my luchador mask. I couldn't fight anyone in that thing.
No.
My nose was sticking out of the eye.
Well, yes, it was. Okay. So back to David and Goliath.
Yeah.
Okay. David went to meet Goliath with his staff, a sling, and 5 smooth rocks, not with King Saul's armor on. When Goliath saw David, he laughed at him, and he said, "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" But David, full of faith, replied, "You are coming to me with a sword, a spear, and a javelin. But I am coming to you in the name of Adonai Tsevaot, God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied."
Ha ha! Take that, Goliath!
"This very day Adonai will deliver you into my hand, and I will strike you down."
You're going down.
Then David took his sling and slung a rock at Goliath, striking him right in the forehead and killing him.
Kapow!
And Israel was saved.
Sometimes my problems seem so big, but I always remember that my God is bigger, and I put my faith in Him.
When I try to handle things on my own, life can seem pretty overwhelming. But when I trust in God, I remember that I can accomplish big things.
There is nothing too big for God. And when we trust in Him, Max, it's like wearing armor that fits just right, just the exact right size. He protects us, and He makes us ready to face any challenge that comes our way.
Yeah, I guess I don't need this luchador mask to be the Max the Magnificent. It's too big anyway.
Yeah, you're a champion without a mask.
Aw, thanks.
So, guess what? Our friend Becca Shea has a song that talks about being a champion. Let's listen to it right now.
Cool. I like Becca Shea.
Me too.
Determined to make a hit. I just keep on aiming to win. Like a champion, like a champion, like a champion. Like a champion, like a champion, like a champion. It's in my blood. If losing didn't hurt so bad, winning wouldn't feel so good. So I own all this pain and I consider it gain like it should. champion, like a champion, like a champion, like a champion. It's in my No matter how hard it gets, I'm not afraid of it. I'm gonna reach the end 'cause I'm a winner. Yeah, I know where I'm going. My confidence is showing 'cause I know I'm a winner. Like a champion, 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 like a champion. It's in my
Like a champion, like a champion, like a champion. Nun, 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 nun. I like that song.
Yeah, I could tell. I do too. Well, friends, now it's time for this week's Bible promise, which is, I can do all things with God. Let's say it together.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I can do all things with God.
Good. And our Bible memory verse is very similar. It's from Philippians 4:13, which says, I can do all things through Messiah who strengthens me.
Bible promise twist. I like it.
Yes. When God gives us his strength in Messiah, Yeshua, there is nothing that's impossible. So let's say our Bible memory verse. You repeat after me, okay, Max?
Okay.
Okay. Philippians 4:13.
Philippians?
Philippians.
Like flip?
Philip.
Were they acrobats?
Ready? Philippians 4:13.
Philippians 4:13.
I can do all things
I can do all things
through Messiah who strengthens me.
through Messiah who strengthens me.
Great job.
Thanks.
Well, Yeladim, we are so happy that you came today. Thank you for joining us for this week's Shabbat to the Max. We hope you have a wonderful Shabbat, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Look out for Mad Dog Mitchie!
Ah!